Hey all, Dominic here again, welcome back to another video. Hope everyone's doing well by the way, and I hope you're all having a nice week so far. So today's video is actually going to be my tech review on the Retrobit Super Retro Trio 3 Plus. Now obviously I did mention I was going to do a review about this last week, and obviously that review is going to be today, so it is. The reason being is because obviously it's been a while since I've actually made, it's been a while since I've made a tech review, and I thought, do you know what? I want to make another one because I enjoy making them, and I also enjoy, sharing my thoughts about, certain products I've used, which is obviously a good thing. So, anyway, let me get into the review. So, this is the console, the Super Retro Trio 3 Plus. Obviously, it plays NES, Super Nintendo, and Mega Drive games. And I really love the look of this console. It looks awesome. I think the black and the blue match perfectly. It's a great matchup between both colours. I know there is an American model that's red and white, so it is, which I think looks nice, but I feel like this looks nicer, so it is. And obviously this is the PAL version, in case anyone's actually curious. So obviously you've got the 3 cartridge slots for the NES, Super Nintendo, and the Mega Drive games. You've also got a reset button, obviously to reset the game. And you've also got an on and off switch here. Now, one thing I do like about it is that it has obviously 3 modes for the games, and obviously you can click on which one, which is quite nice. Obviously, currently it's off, which is obviously a good thing. And obviously, if you go up, that's the Mega Drive mode, Super Nintendo mode, and NES mode, and I quite like that. So obviously, it detects which mode you're playing, which is a nice thing. It really is. On the front of it, you've got a little door, obviously for the controller ports, the Super Nintendo, the Mega Drive, and the NES. You've also got a few little dial switches here. Now, this one here is obviously to detect which controller you've got plugged in. So, obviously, currently, it's obviously on Super Nintendo. So, obviously, it detects that you're using a Super Nintendo controller. And, obviously, you change the dial there, and obviously it will detect an NES or a Mega Drive controller. So that's a little nice thing. That's what it is. This side, it shows obviously what Super Nintendo game you're playing. So obviously currently it's on PAL. So obviously it will be able to detect a PAL game, and then you switch the dial to NTSC and you can play an NTSC game, which again is a nice thing. So that's really cool. That. And the other dial is obviously the same thing for Mega Drive games. Obviously, currently it's on PAL, so it is. And obviously, you can change it to NTSC or Japanese games, which again is a pretty cool thing. So I like that, so I do. Nothing on the other side, nothing on that side. On the back of it, you've got obviously ports for the HDMI. You've got ports for the composite or the RF. And you've also got a port, obviously, to power the console, which is obviously quite good. Obviously, I think it's micro. I sometimes used to get those mixed up, so I did. I think it's the micro USB, or it might be a mini USB. So yeah. So obviously that is the look of the console. I'll also show you the controller. So obviously this is the controller, which obviously looks a bit like a Super Nintendo controller, but that's it. One thing I do like about it is that it come with 2 controllers, which is a good thing. Obviously the buttons feel good when I'm obviously playing games on it. I think fine for what you need, which is good. And obviously the cable is quite long, so it is. And obviously it does have a Super Nintendo plug on it. Other things I will show off. Well, obviously with the PAL version and I think the NTSC version, you do get a copy of Joe and Mac Ultimate Caveman Collection. So you do, which is a nice thing to have. Obviously, I played a bit of it, so it's not bad, but it's a nice thing to have. It really is, and I love the transparent look of it, especially with the blue. Looks really nice. Another thing I'll also show are obviously game what it looks like with games in connected. Let's get a Mega Drive game out. So that's it, all Titan. So that's what it looks like with games in obviously NES, Super Nintendo, and Mega Drive. And like I said, I think the it does look quite nice with games inserted. I like that, so I do. Pardon me. So that's obviously quite nice. But don't worry, I don't have games connected all the time. So it's not like when I'm playing a Mega Drive game, I've got these inserted. I don't do that. So anytime I want to play a game, obviously I do just have the one cartridge in. It's a little bit difficult, a little bit tight to get out, but I think once you get it out, it's fine. You know what I mean? So that's obviously a good thing. So one thing I'll sort of talk about is my experience of it. So I had actually been looking at this since last year because I wanted a somewhat new way to play obviously my NES and Mega Drive games. Now I don't have a lot of them, but obviously I used to have an original Super Nintendo and an original Mega Drive, so I did. And I thought, well, I want to get one of these, and I'll obviously plan to sell my Mega Drive and my Super Nintendo, which I recently did. Obviously, I sold them, and I thought I want to get this and, play some games and stuff. Obviously, I do have a few NES games, but I don't have an original NES. I did have a clone console many years ago, but it wasn't the best thing. Obviously, I did throw that out many years ago. But playing games on this is really, really good. It plays them really, really well. And it's just, I think, an easier way. Obviously, it does it through HDMI. And I like that, so I do. Because obviously I can just have this hooked up. And I think, do you know what? I want to play an NES game. I want to play a Mega Drive game. I want to play a Super Nintendo game. Or whatever I want to play on this. And I can do that. You know what I mean? And I quite like that. So I do. It's really, really good. And talking about American games, I do have one that I got many years ago. I got this included with a clone console, a different clone console I got. And obviously I could never play it because obviously I didn't know the whole, difference between NTSC and PAL back then. So, you know what I mean? So I've had this for many years and I was actually able to finally play it. Obviously it works on it. So, yeah. The style of the American game looks weird. Like, this is the European style, you know what I mean? It looks so weird. I know the Japanese style have the same with this, you know what I mean? But, it looks weird, that. You know what I mean? It's just strange, though, but, that's just it, you know what I mean? So, that's a good thing. Another thing I want to talk about, is the Super Game Boy. Now, I was curious if this does work on here, and luckily it does. So obviously I've been playing several Game Boy games, mostly like Tetris or, Super Mario Land. And it works fine. So it's a really, really nice thing. So obviously I can put it in there, put my, Game Boy game in there and play away. And that's a good thing, so. So I'll just put these on the floor. So I quite like that. So obviously you can use the Super Game Boy in it, which is really, really good. But overall, it's just a great console, and you know what I mean. I'm quite glad I got it. As I will continue with the story, sorry. That was the plan about it, was obviously to sell my original Mega Drive and my Super Nintendo, and obviously which I did. And I bought this about a month and a half ago, as I recently got some birthday money, so I did. And I thought, do you know what, I want to definitely get one of these, and I did. And I had a lot of fun with it, obviously, even so far. It's just a great little, plug and play, it's really, really good, Put your cartridge game in, obviously turn it on, obviously turn the TV on, and just have fun. And I like that, so I do. So that's a really, really good thing. Because, don't get me wrong, it's nice owning the original hardware, but I think sometimes you don't want to own too much, too many older consoles, and people just want new ways to play those games. That's why, like I said before, you've got clone consoles like these. You've got little mini retro consoles. You've got all sorts of ways to play these old classics, and that's the nice thing. And that's just that's just it. That's just how it goes and stuff. But I'm really happy to own this, and it's a good thing. One last thing I do want to mention is the power supply. Now, one thing I was worried about is, because I was reading reviews about it, is that obviously the plug it would come is with a European plug. Now, I was looking at reviews on this at the time, because obviously Amazon sell this, and I was worried about how would I be able to play it without like some sort of adapter. But many reviews are saying that one actually one is included if you do buy it, and luckily it was. You know what I mean? So it makes it easier, because obviously we don't use that type of house that plug. If you want, we don't use this plug over in the UK. We use this plug, the 3-pin plug, not the 2-pin plug. So obviously you just do that. Obviously have the USB cable connected, and you know what I mean, plug it in, and that's fine. So that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Because I was worried about that at first, but you know what I mean, it's fine and stuff. Because I know the is it the Retron 5, that clone console from many years ago, I know that they included like adapters for obviously region specific plugs. You know what I mean? So I know that they did it, but luckily this does it with it as well. So I'm happy about that. So overall, happy about the system. I think it's a great plug and play and stuff. Like I said, I've heard so many great things about this, and you know what? I'm quite glad I bought it. You know what I mean? I think it was worth waiting for my birthday money, so that's a good thing. So I just want to say thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed my review on the Retro Bit Super Retro Tree 3 Plus. Sorry, Super Retro Trio 3 Plus. It's like a flipping tongue twister with that, so it is. So I hope you enjoyed my review on this console. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Enjoy the rest of your week, and Alex will be back on Friday. Bye all!